Angels Care Home Health, serving Hayes and the surrounding areas, is a Medicare-certified home health agency providing quality skilled nursing and restorative therapy services to patients in their homes.
I love the nurses that come and see me.
Angels Care is there to help 24 hours a day, and all services are covered 100% by Medicare for patients who are eligible.
Since I learned about Angel Care, I would recommend them to anybody.
Angels Care Home Health. We serve patients.
Eagle Community Television presents Community Connection with your host, Mike Cooper.
Hello and welcome again to Community Connection from Eagle Community Television. Thanks for watching, and thanks as always to the producer and editor of our series, Jeff Durall. Also behind the camera from Eagle Community Television, Brandon Cooley. We're in the principal's office, which is the reason Suellyn and a couple of these guys are a little bit nervous, I think, at Hayes High School with Suellyn Stenger, our guest today on our Community Connection. As we talk about the Hayes High Pantry, well, let's begin with the basics if we could, Suellyn. What's the pantry and when did it begin?
Sherry Matlock and I had a discussion back in 2012 about we were seeing an increasing need of students when lots of times we are the first contact with parents and with students when they do enrollment, and we're privy to information as far as their living circumstances and their expenditures, especially when they are first moving to Hayes. And we've just seen, as you can see on our poster, there's been, although from 2002 to 2003 to last year, you see a decrease in the number of students, but you can obviously see the increase of the amount of students who are on free or reduced lunch. So there's an increased need. We first looked into doing backpack for kids because we knew that was a good thing to do, and they had so many benefits, but we quickly found out that that wasn't offered to high school students. So we looked at writing a grant, and we were given some seed money that way to establish the pantry.
And the Backpack for Kids program through First Call for Help and the organization that helps youngsters at the start of the school, but did not extend to the high school level then.
Backpack for Kids through First Call for Help does extend through to the high school, and they've been very supportive in giving us extra supplies for the students and parents who did not get signed up in time to receive the backpacks. So I really appreciate them and their contributions. But Backpack for Kids is a national program that sends food items home in backpacks for students on the weekends.
And one of the pieces of information that you touched on, Suellyn, is the need and how that has increased. Tell us that increase in numbers of families served.
Right. So when we started this program back in 2017, we were serving 30 families, and to date, this year, we are serving 42 families. I'm sure that will increase as the school year continues.
The need always seems to be moving up, doesn't it,
Absolutely, Suellyn? Absolutely.
Pantry objectives, talk about those for a moment.
Our objective is to keep students in school, to try and relieve some of the pressures that they have outside of school. We have students who feel the need that they have to work a job or possibly even a second job to help out pay the bills at home. We sometimes have students who are not eating a breakfast before they come to school, or by mid-morning they're getting hungry. We do have students that come to school that are very upset about situations that are happening outside of school, and if they come into our office, we can get them calmed down, and it's amazing just being able to give them a cold bottle of water to calm them down, and a snack will often get them to class instead of them just giving in and going home, leaving school.
And Suellyn, as counselors and teachers, you see a direct correlation between the background of a student or the home situation and the learning capabilities that student may have.
Absolutely. The life outside of school often influences their life within the school, but one of the amazing things that we get to see as counselors and teachers is the resiliency that some of these students have. It's pretty amazing how they can rise above. We try and view school as a place, as sort of a vacation for students, where students can enter the building and forget about their life outside of the school and focus on the positives. And I'm sure that as counselors and teachers, we aren't aware of every situation with every student, but it's awesome to see the resiliency that we do.
And through the pantry, this provides some of the basics some of those students might not even have, Suellyn.
Absolutely. Many times they do not have a snack after school. They may not have the hygiene products that they need to stay clean and smelling good, which is very much an influence to those students around them.
Tell me about the funding. How's the pantry funded?
The big contribution that we got was through the Hayes leadership team of 2015. They raised money and gave us a basic account through the 489 Foundation, where we know that the pantry will be sustained for some years to come. That's limited. That is $500 a year, which, as you can imagine, goes very quickly. We've been very fortunate to have service organizations, volunteers step up. They've done fundraisers. They've brought us products. It's been wonderful, some of the support that we've seen. And as we get the word out, we're seeing more and more support, which is great.
Well, and that's part of the reason that we wanted you to do this community connection with us, because of the need to get the word out so that people do respond to a definite need with the pantries. Give us a couple of examples of benefits you've seen, Suellyn.
One of the really neat examples that I can come up with is I had a family move in who was taking in a student who wasn't even a blood relative. And there was definitely, moving to town, they were unemployed, they were even struggling to find a place to live, and they would come in and get items, and it was very rewarding to hear them say, when we get back on our feet, we're going to give back to that. Another great example, many times high school students will come in and they'll say, oh, well, my little brother or my little sister would really like that, or my parents would really like that. And, students are very responsive and very positive, and they oftentimes are helpful in helping us stock, move containers. It's just been very rewarding.
Now, this pantry at Hayes High is not the only one in the district, right?
That's correct. After we established the pantry here at Hayes High School, then the middle school established a pantry as well, and now there is a pantry at Rockwell Administration Center as well. Now,
it can be a delicate issue to some individuals, to students, to families and such.
Absolutely.
How's confidentiality addressed?
We try very hard to keep it as confidential as possible. The small area that we have to house the pantry is a storage unit behind, just a small room behind the counseling office, where students can go back and choose items. And even if we have students who are sitting in the counseling office, we can, the way the doors are set up, we can actually exit students through another door so that they don't have to go back and be seen by students. We do send the items home in backpacks, and that's one item that we can always use donations. We try to get the backpacks back so that they can be refilled, but we aren't always successful at doing that. And backpacks are just a way that students aren't walking out with grocery bags. And we are very careful with the confidentiality.
So once again, if you can donate backpacks, those would certainly be usable.
Absolutely.
Tell me about the benefits as a counselor here at 480. By the way, before we get into that, tell me about your support group as well. You have the other counselors and, of course, the teachers and staff here at 489 at Hayes High helping as well.
I feel so great about being at Hayes High because we do very much support each other. It is wonderful to work in a school district where I have colleagues that we collaborate together often on a daily basis. If we have a situation that comes up, we often talk with each other. How would you handle this? Sherry Matlock, she is my mentor. She's a great colleague. She is the reason that I came to Hayes High. We also are very fortunate to have Will Burns on our staff. He does an excellent job. We're right within our office area. We are very close to administrative offices, which is absolutely awesome. We are linked directly with the school psychologist, Nikki Lynn. She does an awesome job. And we have the support of the school nurse. She's directly across from our office, and we talk often about students. And our secretary, Debbie Barnett, just does a great job of supporting us. Teachers are awesome. Secretaries, I can't say enough about Hayes High, and the support all throughout the building is great for students.
Benefits for the community, I noticed with the information that has been provided for us. The backpack program as well, nutrition, easing anxiety, reducing absenteeism, improving attention span, raising academic performance even.
Absolutely. All of those are influenced by this.
And a very important thing for high school student self-esteem, I think, increasing that self-esteem, Suellyn.
Absolutely.
Tell me, if you would, about how we can donate. How can we help?
The best donation that we do have a pantry activity account established here at the high school, so we welcome cash donations. If organizations or parents are able to give gift cards to Walmart are great. We can use our tax exemption cards with those gift cards to have more bang for the buck, so to speak. Again, we've just recently had a group that donated a very generous donation of hygiene products. We have service organizations that will contact and say, what are your needs now, which is great.
And things we might not think of, mechanical pencils, note cards, earbuds, backpacks, folders, all of those things, in addition to the non-perishable food items to stock the pantry.
Absolutely. You know, students will get the backpack for kids from First Call for Help at the beginning of the years, but those supplies will dwindle as time goes by. And again, they've been great at helping donate extra items. Earbuds are a much needed item with the students now having the one-on-one surfaces. They're very helpful.
So again, for additional information, just call the Hayes High Counseling Office and talk to one of the counselors or staff members to get the information of what's needed and how they can help, either with a cash donation or other types of funding for the Hayes High Pantry.
Absolutely. If they can call the high school counseling office at 623-2608, that would be great. My email is stenger@usd489.com. I can easily email a copy of our updated information and let you know of our needs at the present time.
Suellyn Stenger and the Hayes High Pantry our community connection.
Angels Care Home Health, serving Hayes and the surrounding areas, is a Medicare-certified home health agency providing quality skilled nursing and restorative therapy services to patients in their homes.
My Angel Care physical therapist taught me how to do exercises safely.
Angels Care is there to help 24 hours a day, and all services are covered 100% by Medicare for patients who are eligible.
It gives us independence in our home.
Angels Care Home Health. We serve patients.